Do you feel like your relationship has become nothing more than mutual criticism and fault-finding? It seems like the law of entropy means that a relationship is eventually going to start falling apart, and people start treating each other with contempt and resent. Have you noticed this trend in your relationships? It seems inevitable, but it really isn't. You see, we as human beings have a wonderful ability, the ability to become self-aware and effect personal change. Things tend to chaos when we simply stand by and do nothing. If at any point you take a long, hard look inside and notice the thoughts and beliefs that are causing you pain, you can change them. How? The same way you formed them, awareness and practice. But where is your relationship now? Have you gotten to the stage where you just feel criticized all the time? The chances are pretty good you are doing the same. What I believe is happening here is that over time, we get so used to the other person that we start talking to them as we talk to ourselves. You will find that you are just as critical with yourself as you are with your partner. For most people, the worst thing you can do is treat other people the way you treat yourself. It stands to reason that the kinder you are to yourself, the kinder you are to other people. What if it is also true that the kinder you are to your partner, the kinder you will be to yourself? But here we are. You are stuck in a pattern of criticism and it needs to stop. You can't change your partner's behavior, but you can change yours. And I believe that a relationship is a closed system in which if you change a variable, it impacts the relationship as a whole. Let's be real. Being critical of everything is not a strategy that ever works. Ever. It just causes hurt and you become more and more unhappy. I spoke about the negativity bias last week. When you become so familiar in your relationship, you stop guarding yourself and allow this negativity bias to run amok. You see fault everywhere, with yourself, with your partner, with everything. The first thing you need to do is get some elevation, otherwise known as metacognition. This means stepping outside of yourself and observing your feelings and thoughts. Instead of being in them, become aware of them. Try this on for size. Ask yourself, who is feeling this emotion? Your answer would be, I am. But then ask, who is this I? There will be silence. This should show you that you are not your emotions and behaviors, but just the I that is experiencing them. When you realize this, you become empowered. You have a choice. Let's be real. No one is perfect. Nothing is perfect. If you want to criticize, you will always find reason to criticize. People do the best they can, but still it's never perfect. In the midst of all this imperfection, there will be good things. So the dishes weren't done perfectly, they were still done. The meal wasn't quite right, it was still cooked. So just get out of your own way for a second and focus on the positives. They are there. Your partner's behavior is rarely about you. They are not imperfect on purpose. Criticism happens when you are so hypnotized by your own feelings that you think the behavior is all about you. Stop taking it personally. Sometimes, most times, criticism is automatic. It seems to just slip out of your mouth. So from your elevated meta position, you can choose to say nothing at all. Just let it go. Notice how you feel an urge, a compulsion to criticize. It is almost like you are addicted to it, because you are. It's a feeling that has become normal to you. So just say nothing. At the root of your criticism is a need that you feel is being unmet. If that need is rational, then learn to ask kindly and directly for what you want. If hubby packs the dishwasher wrong, then instead of criticize him, ask him kindly and directly to do it right and tell him why it is important. If it is irrational, like you demanding perfection, let it go. Above all, notice your urge to criticize is fueled by your own stress and anxiety. Learn to manage it well and your urge will decrease. Start a meditation practice. You can even try mine. There are a few other things you can do to manage your stress and anxiety, such as exercise or starting a new hobby, getting some good nutrition, fixing your sleeping habits. Journaling might work for you as well. Stopping the cycle of criticism will change the tone of your relationship. It won't go unnoticed and may possibly have the effect of making your partner aware of their own tendency to criticize. That's all I have for you today. If you've been inspired, motivated, intrigued, or challenged, why not like and subscribe, and I will see you all next time.